What's up, people? Good morning. Sorry to make a video yesterday. It's just that partied a little bit too hard, I guess, over the weekend. Can't really keep my eyes open a lot on Monday mornings. So let's get right to it. First of all, about the Rays and everybody that I made a bet with, who owes me vodka on Game 6. You can keep your vodka. All I ask is that you help spread the word of hitthebid.net. Eventually, we'll meet up one day. You could buy me a drink, all right? I appreciate it. Also, about Game 7. Now, I had to convince myself, as well as everybody out there, that I really wanted the Red Sox to win. As a matter of fact, I actually put money on it. Because eventually I knew, considering how well of a track record I've had in sports gambling this year, it would go wrong for me. So I had to convince the the sport gambling gods that I really wanted the Red Sox to win, therefore to ensure them to lose. Because if you haven't figured out what the show is all about and why I've actually built this website, is because I live a very tragic life. Things don't go well for me. Stock market, anything money involved, basically doesn't really work out for me. The whole reason I built this website is because years ago when I was making a decent amount of money, no matter what I did, if it was a winning position or losing position, they would always go up more after I got out. That's the bottom line. That's why I tell people to buy when I get out of a stock. Now, as crazy as I might act over most of the time when I'm on the show here, it's just for entertainment purposes. This is more of a stress relief for me, and you guys get a kick out of it, so I'm having a good time. It works for both of us. But at the same time, as groggy as I was, how awful I was feeling about myself on Monday morning, what I told you to do is look at Joy Global, Joyg, and MetLife, MET. Two trades that I did early in the morning on the long side. Both of them took losses on, and generally when the market stays strong and I took losses on long positions, the two trades that I do in the morning always wind up being decent trades. So I was in the chat room. I told you to get into the Joy Global and the MET basically at the beginning of the day, and each stock had a tremendously strong day as I just sat here and wallowed in misery as I normally do. That's what it's all about. Okay? Entertainment aside, let's see what's going to happen today. So now we're in the midst of earnings season. Now, generally, all these companies are going to be coming out with earnings, but they're all going to be downgraded. They're all going to be looking for, guidance. They're all going to be looking to see if anything looks good in the future. Again, I don't think it's going to be that important what these companies say as far as what the stock market in general is doing. We're still gripped with fear right now of what's going to happen every single day. Every day is a new day. Nobody's looking more than a couple of months down the road. Because if you're looking at the 2018 fund, like I told you, if you were looking to buy stocks last week, is the only reason that I grew a set of balls was that what I was buying was, I was just buying 200, 300 share lots of companies that I thought if I held on to them for 10 years minimum, I'd probably make money. You know what? Every single one of those positions with that attitude worked out, and I'm out of them all already. I sold my Chesapeake. The stock nearly doubled. Granted, I started buying it at 20 and 18 and some at 16, but my cost average was down. The stock broke back over 20. I got out of it. The Zolt, looking at that stock under 10 bucks, I had to buy some, considering I'm looking to hold on to the stock for 10 years. So it worked out. But it would have been nice if I was buying huge positions on that stock, because I probably would have made my entire year up over the last 3 or 4 days. Now, the easy money's over. Now we're just going to have chop, 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 churn your account, kill yourself. That's what was going on yesterday. Yesterday was what I call a stealth rally. Market was going up, but every time you got into a position, didn't it seem like you just topped out the market and that we were about to fall off the cliff? Exactly. That's a stealth rally. That's a wall of worry rally. The market was going up. We were climbing the wall of worry, as they say. And next thing you know, we've had a huge day, and you're thinking, how come I didn't make any money today? Oh, and you have that one person that comes, you must have had a great day today. Dow is up huge, right? And you just want to bite their freaking face off. That's why there's sometimes where trading makes sense. There's sometimes where buying and holding makes sense. Right now, I'm under the impression that we might have seen the lows for the year. I'm not saying the market's going to, have this tremendous rally, but if you find some stocks that are trading near or at those lows from last week or the week before that, you might want to nibble on those and sell into any strength that the stock gives you over the next, few months. And of course, with earnings season here, we're going to have, You know, stocks that are gapping up and gapping down all over the place. Now, what you want to look for also is if a headline reads awful, if they missed earnings, they give you downward guidance, and the stock's only down a little bit, and then starts to get strong, you've got yourself a winner right there. Especially if the stock actually, here's what you want to look out for. If the stock gaps up on what looks like bad news and then goes negative, then the news was actually really bad, and you want to get out of the stock. But if the stock gaps down and reverses and goes green, you might have seen the bottom on that stock too, considering all factors, if the stock is actually coming off lows, whatever the case. Bottom line is, if we start ignoring bad news, that's a good sign that the stock market has maybe put in a little bit of bottom. Maybe not the market in general, but on that in particular, that stock. That's why I'm looking at the snail dick. We affectionately call the stock snail dick, SNDK, because I used to have a client that every time I would call him with a stock recommendation, he would give it some cock or some sort of foul connotation, kind of client that I loved. My favorite one was Cybercock, a company called Cybercash. What is this Cybercock bullshit you said to me here? But Snail Dick is still my favorite one of all time. And if you have a stock that you like and you want to give it a nickname, send it in to me. Email will forever call it that by that name. Like the Dries, that's an easy one. No cock or foul connotation on that one. But obviously, if you have a nickname you want to go bring to the show, that's also another thing. Now, we've been going on for a long time now, and all we have right behind me right now is this blank screen. It's because it's just me. It's just me. Your boy Krull here. I'm a family man. I only work 3 days a week pretty much. I've got nobody to help me. I need a PA or an intern or something. And now that it's getting colder, it's harder to film outside. I got to rely on this guy. If he doesn't show up, next thing you know, I'm not doing anything. So we have all these scripts in the back. Remember that rap song I was telling you I was making? That's done. So now we're filming that video. So things are going to progress as far as the fun stuff, because if we're going to wallow around in misery, you might as well have some fun with it, right? All right, well, we got Broadcom earnings tonight, and depending on what Snail Dick does here, SNDK, Broadcom usually follows. So Snail Dick's gapped down a little bit. Hopefully Snail Dick makes a little bit of a move, because I'm looking to go long some Broadcom, because there was huge volume on the Broadcom calls yesterday. That could be just people who were just selling calls against their positions, but maybe there's some volume on those calls because of something more important. Maybe there's going to be a surprise there, because again, Broadcom is another stock that's sitting around 52-week lows. All right, I'll see you guys soon, and I might just go see W today. If anybody's seen it, let me know how it was. Okay.